Hello everybody and a warm welcome back. I know, we're in X-Plane again. Welcome, that is the beautiful city of Osaka in the Kansai region, right in the Seto Inland Sea, in beautiful Nippon. And this is something, I'm just going to get this out of the way. I haven't done anything. The aircraft's not even powered on. Looking through the Christmas sale, or holiday sale, or whatever, which for me didn't even show up until after Christmas. So as always, I go looking around. You know I'm an Airbus guy. And so sure enough, I go looking, and Toliss, it's like, yeah, here's your participation medal. 10% off. One is 20% off. Wow. Geez, thanks. Off of basically $100 aircraft. Still, I mean, at least they're in the sale. And I'm just about to click away. And all of a sudden, something caught my eye. And I'm like, that has got to be a typo. Now, I always complain about the prices and da-da-da-da-da. I instantly put it in my cart, even though I don't need it. It wasn't my first choice. I would have preferred an A321 or the A330. I picked up. If you want a Toliss aircraft, you've always wanted one. Like me, this may not have been your first choice. Let me get it a little brighter for you, shall we? This is going to be a sunrise approach into Hong Kong. I wanted to give the aircraft a bit of a stretch of the legs, if you will. This is the Jar Designs A340, Jar Design. I'm so used to saying that. Guess what? That'll be going in the hangar permanently. This is the Toliss A340-600. Oh, yeah. I have wanted a Toliss for years. This, believe it or not, was $45. 50% off. I'm like, either an employee was disgruntled and put the price wrong, or it was a typo, or I don't know, but I've always complained. They never do sales and everything. I would be an absolute hypocrite if I had not have bought it. So, here we go. We have the Jar Design. I got to stop saying that. Toliss A340-600. Now, Toliss has never been known for their texturing. Quite frankly, I don't care. I care about aerodynamics, immersion in systems, realism of how it handles, etc. That is what I care about. It's why I fly X-Plane. I don't care about pretty. I care about immersion and realism. And this aircraft is officially licensed and everything else, and certified by Airbus flight instructors, trainers, etc., to the best of my knowledge. So we are going to be taking this. It's going to be a nighttime, dark departure. And we are going to be taking a trip down to Hong Kong International Airport for a sunrise approach into, at this point in time, we're expecting 7 left. That runway you saw in the foreground when I loaded in there, started recording, that's our runway for takeoff. We'll be taking off 6 left. And pretty much immediately hanging a left and just go south, young man. So I'm going to finish setting us up. This does have full SimBrief integration, including downloading my perf in it. Not just my flight plan, so weights and balances and all that and takeoff speeds will all be calculated in the McDo, just like they do in real life. It's going to be awesome. I've got to get us all set up in that. I'll see you on the runway. Thanks for flying along with me. By the way, there will be a link down below to where you can buy this aircraft and get it 50% off. If you've always wanted a Toliss, like me, like I said, not my first choice. I would have preferred an A330 or 321 because they are very versatile. But 50% off, I am not going to sneeze at that. We'll see you on the other side. And welcome back, everyone. I just thought I'd show you this part so you can get an idea, you know, of what you get, you know, in a tin kind of thing, if you will, if you decide to purchase it. On this aircraft, you can start engines 1 and 4 at the same time. I do not have cab view set up yet, so camera views. Let's see what we got. There's no sound pack installed or anything like that. What a magnificent looking aircraft. Again, the Toliss A340-600. I'm not a salesman. This may not fit your needs. It's like, dude, I mean, it's cool, it's that price, but like, I got no use for an A340. I don't know why I keep showing you that. As you see, no camera views. I may try and see if there's a pre-made one somewhere. I'm going to say we got 2 good starts. And they are both stabilized, starting 2 and 3. Do use better pushback. That'll be your better bet. There is a way to push back actually in here, but better pushback does work. If you'd use Jar Design's ground handling deluxe,
operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Okie dokie. Now,
disconnecting tow.
really
Stand by.
cool feature. Can't do anything just yet. I am using the NOAA Weather plugin. This is a new version. Which is made specifically for those of us on 12.4.0. It will be linked in the description below. If you do not use X-Plane 12.4.0, then don't download it. Just keep using the one you already have. Do make sure you keep updating your Python though. I think the latest one is 4.6.2.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
Oh, I always have fun when I'm up there. It's the coming down part I have issues with. I will look for the hand up. We do have 2 good engine starts. We'll get the APU off in a moment. Go there. Nice big window. And we see the pins. Brilliant. We can give them the signal that we see all that stuff by just putting the taxi lights on. APU bleed off, APU master off. That is all done. That is done. Awesome. Not bad night, lady. I'm going to tone it down a little bit in a while. Still getting used to it. I just literally installed this plane this morning. Here we go. Sadly, you still can't get the weather inside the aircraft, which is interesting. Even the jar design, I can get the METAR in here. Or, you know, or the ASUS, if you will. Oh yeah, for that neat little thing. Where were you again? There you are. Basically, your center line's around here. Spoiler's armed. You can't tell if it's raining or not. Oh, I took the wrong one. It was the next one I wanted. I am going to get... There. Well, that doesn't help either. So this doesn't really work. And this airport is not accurate. And again, Thai models, your airports are not accurate. There is an exit out here to get over to there. Or dark blue. I don't know what it is with some of these scenery designers. It's like they don't match the charts. Thai model still doesn't have, or dark blue, still doesn't have the second runway in Fukuoka. Which is really annoying. By the way, so if you're going to fly there, just land 16 left, 36 right. Because if you want to check out 36 left, because it's like, oh cool, I can land on the new air. No, if you're using their scenery, they don't have it. Which is freaking criminal. It's been active for a fair bit. It's not like it's just something new that sprung on the scene a week ago. I believe I did a flight into Oslo with Thai models. Didn't match the charts. They do good work, but then they never revisit it really, hardly. There's always something that you can find that's not right, like the Vancouver International. It looks pretty good. I did a flight there. I decided to take a float plane. And I went straight through the docks. That to me is completely unacceptable. For a pay-ware freaking airport. Completely unacceptable. My Ketchikan and my Sitka from Northern Sky, I don't go through the dock. You know, so it's stuff like that. And it's just really annoying and takes away from what is a really good airport. Because this airport looks exactly the part. If you look at it, aerial photos and everything. But the taxiways and that, they don't match up. Which is criminal. I'm sorry. Okay, flaps 1 plus F, we can get those on now. You on. You to take off. Strobes on. And where's my dingy dongs? Oh, I'll dig it in a second. We're not on VATSIM, so I'm not really worried here. But I do need to set up a few things, of course. First off, let us get you to TARA. We need you to auto. Well, you to auto. I need predictive wind shear on. System 1 on. A little bit of gain. Just a bit of tilt. We'll take terrain on first officer side. Auto brake RTO. Redo it. And we're good. Let's go to Hong Kong. And don't worry, you're not going to have to watch it all. There we go. Flaps 1. So 1 plus F, we are doing flex.
Approaching 06 left.
I have lowered the resolution to 1080p. This aircraft is really putting a tax on my system. It was 1440 when we were just sitting on the...
On runway 06 left.
Man flex SRS, runway green, no blue. Oh, good work, sunshine. So busy looking down there, I'm forgetting about my feet. We have a nice long runway, so.
V1. Pitch.
Positive brake, gear coming up. Absolutely awesome aircraft. I'm just saying. Thrust climb. And it just holds the turn beautifully. The fly-by-wire is implemented so well. This is awesome. Now I know why people love it. Toliss. This is my first ever flight. And if it has a manual, no, I didn't read it. Oh, this flies just beautifully, man. Oh, yeah, we can get you to normal now. And we'll just put you on and away we go. Autopilot 1, flight directions 1, 2, auto thrust, alt cruise, and thrust climb, and that is brilliant. You can go off. I wish these were clickable. You can go off and you... Well, landing lights will stay on for now. You can get strobes can stay there. Yeah, it's on 1. That's fine. Let's go outside, shall we? Oh, give me a break. You're not going to tell me I can't do it at 1080p, okay? Give me a break. Frame rate's perfectly fine. Doesn't happen, nothing. Rewrapped at 1080p. Give me a break. Sometimes X-Plane comes up with some really wacky stuff. I do use extended night lighting for some parts of the world. Awesome, there's that. Can you control the cabin lights, please? Probably not. Forgot to bring the flaps up. That's not good. Now, as to how you get the weather and that on here, I do not know. That I will oh. Mode. Weather plus turbulence. Airport constraints. Da 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 da. I'm not sure. I will have to look stuff up. Those are done, right? Yeah. I forgot to do that. Thankfully, the plane did it automatically. That's landing lights off. Everything else is in auto, and we have got a clear sky, so that is good. Another flyby, because I love them. When I'm sober, I'm usually amused by simple things. But I intend to fix that by the end of the day. Ah, lovely. So here's what we're going to do, because this is going to be night and over a lot of water. So what we will do is disarm the spoilers. We will put the seat belts from on into auto, I don't care what the purser says. Smoke them if you got them. And I'll see you when it gets a bit brighter out, and if I see anything really pretty or something. Otherwise, let's go have breakfast in Hong Kong. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. You know the whole routine. Links to what I'm using, at least a lot of it, including the X-Plane NOAA weather plugins. Since I can't get the weather inside the aircraft, which annoys me to no end. No change in the weather. It's a balmy 17 degrees at about, what time is it in Hong Kong? Well, in Japan right now it's 4:45 a.m. and there it would be about 3:15 in the morning, and it's 17 degrees. Beautiful, nice, calm winds. And there is X-Plane 12 real weather. Now, NOAA weather plugin, before I leave you for a bit. This does not inject weather into the sim whatsoever. All it does is read the GFS data from NOAA, worldwide authority on weather, if you ask me. And what it does is the GFS data contains, come on, why will you not activate? Oh, that's stupid. Okay, make it clickable, Toliss, okay? Make it clickable. Sitting fiddling and farting around with that, please. Or make it an option in the EFP. All it does is tell X-Plane to put snow if the GFS data says it snowed, 12 hours ago, or it's snowing now. Now, if it's snowing now, it should be in the METAR. If it's in the METAR, X-Plane will do that all on its own. But if it's snowed overnight and it's all of a sudden noon here, and it's like -10, the snow's not going to melt. But the METAR says, partly cloudy. There's no snow in the METAR. You will not see snow. So all NOAA weather plugin does is force X-Plane to put snow, saying, look, it did snow, and there is snow reported in the region, according to NOAA. And then X-Plane will do it. So that's all it does. It will not alter your weather, the clouds, the temperatures, or anything like that. All it does is the GFS data says snow has fallen. It'll be on the ground. That's all. Anyway, you'll also find a link to where you can get the aircraft. Like I said, may not be your first choice, an A340. I don't mind doing long haul, but the thing is, these are versatile. There are A340s that do domestic flights in China, and 747s. There's also 747s been used in Japan for domestic flights. Because there's just that many people wanting to go somewhere, especially during like Golden Week and the holiday kind of thing. And it's like, we're not going to fly 4 aircraft. It's like, we'll fly an A350, which you normally would not do. You'd be flying an A320, maybe an A321. But no, they'll use A330s, A340s, 787s, stuff like that. Things are completely different in Asia, especially. You are dealing with populations that they have cities that have the population of what some countries in their entirety have for a population. The scales are completely different. And you'll also find where you can get the better pushback that I use, the Abby tab, which by the way is in here if you wish to use it. And roots, load, boom, close, maps, and there we go. Sadly, we lost the ability to have this in English, so I'm going to change the map, and I'm just going to go to IFR High, and that's fine. You'll also find my computer specs down there, a link to my Discord, which is always free to join. 2 ways you can help support the channel, because everything you see is bought with my own money and viewer donations. We do not do sponsored content. So we are under no obligation to say anything nice or horrid about anything if I don't believe it to be true. Thanks for flying along with me. We'll see you in a little bit. Hello everyone, just a little bit of a mid-flight update. I forgot to start the clock, but you can tell just by what the time is right now. We've been flying non-stop. I just wanted to show you something. I mean, as I said, we'd be having a morning arrival. The sun is starting to come up. I can actually show you where we are. Tab. Come here. Thank you. We're out there still. We're coming up towards Taiwan. So something popped up on the display, and I have never seen this on another aircraft in my life. It is so cool, and it is like used all the time for flights of this nature, where you're spending extended amounts of time over water. On the ND, it actually showed me the ETOPS point. This is a point of basically where you need to, it's hard to explain, but pilots have multiple circles on like paper charts kind of thing where they intersect, and these are ETOP points. And you have 5, 6 different airports along your route that if something is going wrong, this is where you go to. And those ETOP points serve as a reference that once you've crossed this, going to your one that you thought you were going to go to that was behind you kind of thing is not feasible. You go to your next ETOP point, which, you know, airport that it'd like be over here. In this case, you would probably go land in Taiwan. Because to go back to, say, Okinawa, which would be an airport that could handle this aircraft, it's closer to go to Taiwan. And that served as the reminder, now you need to go to your next alternate airports list if something was like you started losing air pressure or engines or whatever, for whatever, a security issue on board and that. So we are continuing flying along. The aircraft is performing beautifully. I did a step climb up to flight level 180 because that is what was recommended. And the winds were really brutal. I have had this crosswind from 274-ish in that area. At one point it got, even at flight level 360, it was at like 138 knots. Up at flight level 380, it was 141 to 142. But I'm burning less fuel because I'm at a higher elevation because the air is thinner. So there you go. I'll bring you back around top and descent. And let's go have breakfast in Hong Kong. Thanks for flying along with me. Yeah, welcome back everyone. As you can see, sunrise is happening. We are skirting the north coast of, that is sunrise over Taiwan. as we head on down and head into the South China Sea and the Taiwan Strait. The aircraft has performed absolutely beautifully. We did do a step climb up to flight level 380. Didn't help a ton with the winds, but the air was thinner. The winds only went up by about 5 knots. But you're definitely going to burn less fuel at 38,000 compared to 36 or 34,000. So everything is going fine. Pretty soon we will be coming up on top of the descent. Still got 388, 85, let's call it. I will get the destination ATIS in a while. Now, I actually have a Hoppy account. If you don't have a Hoppy account, this doesn't seem to work, which is fine. It also would allow me when I'm flying on VATSIM to get CPTLC and all that through there, so I don't actually have to talk to ATC directly. Although I actually enjoy it. Although I'm thinking of making the move to IVEO, to be perfectly honest with you. Also because, you know, I do like flying the Zeebo, and most of the Skymatics crew and the people that actually make the Zeebo are all on IVEO. They're official partners of IVEO. And they typically have controllers are online, or they see you online. In some places that I don't know if I've ever seen controllers on VATSIM popping online. So yeah, I don't know if this sunscreen doesn't seem to come across. But other than that, it is flying fine. You want to see an outside view, I guess, now that it's a bit brighter out. There you are, the Toliss A340-600. I am using a older, this livery was actually on JAL, Japan Airlines aircraft back in 2000. Quite lovely. Modeling is beautiful. How about we go about there? How about that? I think I need a screenshot for my desktop wallpaper. Beautiful reflections and everything else. Man, she is a long aircraft. In 340, I tell you. The 7.4 may be just kind of almost as long, but because of the hump, it makes it look more short and stubby. I don't know, but she's a good-looking aircraft, and everything's been awesome. And the thing that was awesome also was, I saw APU on here. I saw the ETOP turnaround point, where it's like if you cross here, you need to go to your alternate airports that are ahead of you in case of issues. I've never seen that on an ND display before in any aircraft, which really surprised me. It's like, wow. So anyway, I'll bring you back around top of descent. I'm going to get the ATIS and all that kind of stuff and make sure that nothing has changed. The winds are still favorable for 7 left. Thank you for flying along. Leave you with a flyby, as always. joy to fly. And welcome back, everyone. Well, as you can see, yeah, there's our little banana. Sort of thing. We are coming on top of descent. I have got my readout over here for the METAR. Spend time, I mean, I haven't read anything documented. I'm just flying this the way I would an Airbus. Like back in even P3D days and that. And I have to say, it has performed lovely. Not a single hiccup at all. Alt descent. Restriction of flight level 110. Transition level 9,000. It started it a little early, perhaps. Probably I hit it wrong. But we'll use managed descent. We'll see how she goes. I don't know which parts. I've recorded all kinds of different parts during the flight and that. I'll actually use in the video. I'll probably put all of them into a video. It could be an hour plus long or more, even though this is going to be just over a 4-hour flight in total. And make it Discord, for my Discord channel members only to see. Maybe all you'll see is the top of descent. Plus the opening where we were parked on the ground, because I do discuss. If you've ever wanted a Toliss, while the A340 may not be your first choice, but if the price was always just out of the reach for you, I thought it was a typo or a disgruntled employee or something. This aircraft is 50% off. You can get a Toliss for like $45. And as somebody who loves Airbus aircraft in real life and in flight simulation, this thing has been an absolute dream to fly. And barring something ridiculous happening, aka I pushed something wrong, it has performed flawless. It showed me the APU points, the ETOP points, where it's like, okay, if you pass here, you have to go to your alternate airports that are in front of you, because it would be further behind. It would be longer to fly back to the previous ones you had. There's all kinds of videos you can see online. Just Planes, is it? Have the cockpit videos and that. Like real world pilots. Some of them have behind the scenes, and they actually show you, this flight from like wherever to, Los Angeles. When they're flying over like the North Sea and the Atlantic and all that, you see concentric like circles overlapping each other, and that's their ETOP points. That when we cross this line here where these two circles intersect, that's our decision point that we need to go to the next one on. And quite often they kind of coincide with reporting points as well. So really, really awesome. I've never seen that on an ND in any aircraft I've flown. Now maybe it's an option in some of them and I just don't know where it is, but it was default on this. They showed up and it's like, whoa. Like, that is awesome. Like, I don't know what to say. I know what to do though. And there you can see the aircraft in daylight. The old livery that Japan Airlines used to fly, I think it looks much better than the current ones they fly. I think they're kind of boring. But, you know, Japan Airlines, it's not about flash and glam. It's about probably one of the best in-flight meals and services you will ever have on any airline anywhere in the world. Consistently, regardless of what aircraft you're flying on. That's what Japan Airlines is about. ANA, the same thing. And some of, you know, from watching things like Simply Aviation and stuff like that, you know, some of the other airlines are catching up. Like Cathay Pacific is like kind of back. They lost their way for a while. Thai Airways, Philippine Airlines is up there. You know, it's not just, you know, Emirates and that's it. Like, there's a lot of airlines around the world that have really stepped up. Azerbaijan Airways and Astana or others. Turkish Airways. Turkish Airways has some of the best in-flight service and everything and that in the air. So it is coming down absolutely beautifully. We'll get terrain on. That's kind of weird, I have to say, for a display for the thing. Didn't have any, other than wind, didn't really have any weather. So I can't really say if the weather radar worked. Like, I never had any. We did compute our numbers. Yeah, we're doing lovely. I already have preset this for the QNH. Aircraft is staying within the bars, so that is good. It's coming down lovely. I will ding and get everybody back in their seats. Okay, now we're smoking. And ding them saying get the cabin ready, please. And I don't know, around 20,000 feet I'll probably switch the QNH over. Just so everything is kind of on the same page, if you like. We may as well get the landing systems on. If you never get a glide slope or see what your frequency is going to be, you will never do an ILS if these are not turned on an Airbus. Ever. You can sit and push that button all day long. And what's the current temperature? 16 degrees. And the local time there is around 6:30 in the morning. 6:30 or 7? 6:30. early morning sort of hazy kind of thing. When you do it, that's an AMD thing. Like those lines you see. It would probably be a lot different if I had like a 5070 Ti or something. But we do make do with what we have. The winds have kind of changed. We got 4 gusting to 14. Well, that's a heck of a thing. Variable at 050 to 170. Oh, that's going to be fun. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy the pretty views. And I definitely will be making camera views for this. And creating a ground handling deluxe set for loading this. One thing I'd love to see Laminar do is add the ability at any airport that has like 2 gates or 3, you know, gates, that they would connect to an appropriate style of aircraft that were required. But you're not loading these through a single, like that's just not happening. You know, you're going to be using multiple. And that. So I'd like to see that kind of become a default thing. Because SAM and OpenSAM, I'm sorry, they're just, like, yes, they work, but they're not ideal. Okay. The METAR did not change, so we're good there. The winds did a little bit, but that's about it. Approach speed is, VAP is 149, the landing speed is 144. And distance, we're still 56 miles out, so I'm not going to activate the approach phase just yet. We'll probably be leveling off. Will we? No, we're going to go to 11. Okay. Let's switch you now to constraints. You go off. Yeah, maybe that, well, that'd still be kind of far out. Because once I activate this, it's going to slow us to 210. Actually, what does the arrival chart say? It may have us. No. The only restriction is I have to be at 280 still here. And then I guess after that, it's kind of pilot discretion. But don't be silly and like slow to 180 and be backing everybody up. Back outside. Sunrise approach into Hong Kong is freaking awesome. Or a sunset approach. Well, I take that back. A sunrise or a sunset approach into any airport in the world, it could be a grass strip with like a 1,500-foot runway. It's still spectacular, especially with XP12.4. Though most all this was done in 12.3. The atmospherics, the wispiness of the clouds and different cloud levels and types of cloud, everything. The depiction of humidity and haze and particulate matter in the atmosphere, it's second to none. There is no sim that can do it like that, in my humble opinion. Your opinion may vary, and that is perfectly fine. I care about realism, not, you know, yeah, but it's not really all that pretty. I don't care about pretty. Okay? It's a flight simulator. Not a screenshot simulator. Or a postcard generator. It's a flight simulator. So I care how it flies. Okay, that was a little weird. Just beating back up again. I guess because it had pulled back so heavily. So it didn't overspeed on the descent, is my thinking. Get you in a bit more. And I don't think I'll need it, so I will arm the speed brake. Auto brake on, I chose, was it low that it gave me? Yes, low, full flaps. Okay. I do like flying into this airport. Hong Kong obviously is a very dense city. So, bit of a frame rate. Like I said, I'm in 1080p. There is no way I can do this in my normal resolution. Not with this video card. What'd be interesting is if they ever came up with a landing config button. And before anybody says anything, I am not a real world pilot in any way, shape, form. So if I make mistakes, sorry if it frustrates you. I just fly to have fun. And I always have fun. Even when I run off one of the off the runway and like set an engine on fire, I still have fun. Oh, beautiful. Wow, you can really see the strobes on this, eh? That's impressive. And you. I just noticed something. This aircraft doesn't have a HUD. Not that I would use it. It's too distracting. I don't know why these don't work. I'll have to read up on that. And it's gonna be doing the constraints perfectly fine. That should be at 6,000. It slowed down to meet the constraint, which is awesome. Landing lights on. Because there is a constraint of 6,000. Well, okay, maybe it's because it's below 6 but above 3. Ah, there we go. It's going for the lower of the two, and that is fine. Speed is good. How far are we from the airport? We can activate approach phase. That'll help slow us down some more. And should take us to 210 green dot speed. At which technically, as you can see from here, we could extend flaps, gear, anything we want. Idle, that's good. Seatbelts on, no smoking is on, ground spoilers armed. The weather has been checked. QNH, all sides. Same, landing systems activated, both sides. And we will give them one last ding dong to say, get ready for landing. Everything up top is looking good. Everything down below is looking good. Localizer is correct and frequency is correct. Both are identified. Excellent. Not that it's going to help me land, but I mean, it's just good to know. And visual approach 149, landing speed 144. And it is matched green dot speed perfectly. What an image. It's an interesting nose-up attitude. It just doesn't want to go that slow. That is just brilliant. It really is. So that is where we'll start our top of descent. This will be a decel point, possibly. At that point, I will get a level of flaps out. Do not slow to 161 out there, please. ECAM is clear. Descent nav, autopilots 1 and 2. Decision height 100. 1017, 1017. Awesome. I haven't figured out how to rip, like, maybe put these over here somewhere or something. There you go. You can watch it on the big screen. Lovely. I tell you. Now again, for those that are only coming for the last part, X-Plane map enhancement, Global Forest, Sim Heaven are all in use. I use the professional version of X-Plane map enhancement. I am using the hybrid map right now. Earlier I was using the Apple map, which switches back and forth as best it can when I was over Taiwan. Those are only available on the Pro version. If you do decide to get the Pro version for yourself, you get access to servers that other people on the free version do not. And they typically have better resolution imagery and load balancing and stuff like that. How far out are we? I don't know anymore. But I will do slots and flops. Also help get our nose down a little bit. It's not really flaps, it's just slats, really. If you look out, there is no flaps down there. It's all in the front. And it still has a heck of a nose-up attitude. I'm gonna take the word that's how it is. I mean, the plane is licensed by Airbus. Airbus pilots have flown it and said, yeah, this is pretty much getting to as real as you're going to get. Unless you want to spend, what, $1 million on a level D full motion simulator kind of thing. I can tell you one thing, I ever win the lottery, that is one of the first things I'm buying. But I want it, I hate to say it, I don't like the A380. I love Airbus. I don't like A380. I want a 747-400. Full motion, full cockpit, flight simulator. A couple of mil. I mean, yeah. What did somebody win? Like $3.7 billion or something like that in Powerball? Like, yeah, I don't think they'll be wondering about how they're going to pay the mortgage. Or the kids' soccer lessons. And there we go. Crossing limes, we can probably activate the approach. It is coming down lovely. Okay. 21 nautical miles, so we're still good. So beautiful. Love flying out here. Well, I just love flying in Asia, the Middle East, Africa. It is so awesome. Now the nose has come down a bit. Engine sounds. I guess the next thing I'll save up for is the BSS sound pack. I don't think cost makes a sound pack for the A340. They do the 19, the 20, 319, 20, and 21, which are by far better than BSS or Mango. Mango is hit and miss. You know, people will say the Mango sound pack for the Jar Design A340, you know, are not phenomenal. It's like, yeah, if you listen to the default ones, trust me, they're a godsend. And I think I'll be uninstalling, just save the SSD space. The Jar Design A340. After flying this for the last 4 hours kind of thing, I have no need for it anymore. If he'd have kept it up to date, I wouldn't have felt the need. But I mean, he just doesn't update it. It's been like almost a year since the last one. And none of this stuff still basically works really or anything. One thing I did like about it though was you could get the ASUS and all that in here. But with this, and with the Hoppy and all that integration, it's like no real need. It's coming down beautifully. So, as I probably won't see you again before New Year's, I want to wish you all a very, very happy New Year. You'll probably see this maybe New Year's Day. I might put it out a little earlier. I just put up a video flying the X-Hanger de Havilland DHC-4 Caribou. Did a flight most the length of the island of Honshu in Japan, which is a big island. I flew from just south of the island of Hokkaido all the way down to basically almost where I took off from in this video. That was just a little bit to the north is where I landed in the Caribou at Centraire in Nagoya. Flaps to. You're going to slow me down. You should be throwing me down. Now you are. Okay. You're not quite doing it as quick as I would like. And I just don't want to mess with the speed brake. Not that it's a lever of shame. I use it judiciously in most all of my flights. We are doing full flaps landing. How are you looking? Because of the atmospherics and the fog and that, can't really see me yet. But now we can. And approach. Descent nav, Clyde Slope Localizer Blue. We do have the ILS Diamond. And we are landing on the left side. That'll just open the flap in the back. It's not going to start it. Just so I have it. Okay. Let's get ready. Landing system 10. Here we go. Please go really well. This flight has been such a pleasure and a joy. It's like, yeah, Toliss aircraft are expensive. This is why. Like I said, this is 50% off. I have never seen them offer 50% off anything. Link will be in the description down below. Go get it now if you've always wanted a Toliss aircraft but never bought one. Like I said, not my first choice, probably wouldn't have been your first choice, but at least you'll have a Toliss and know what it is like to fly a high fidelity, well engineered Airbus aircraft.
2,500.
Confirm. Flap 3. We'll leave it in managed speed mode.
2,000.
It's fine. Intercept is 1500. Missed approach 5. Once I get the glide slope, we have localizer. Never get the inner harbor, the Hong Kong harbor and all that stuff is just spectacular. Flaps full, gear coming down. And that is a beautiful sight. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Glide slope captured. Glide slope, not quite just yet. Glide slope is captured, 5,000 for missed approach. Oh, I thought I had them.
1,000.
Spoilers armed. Cam green, no blue. 1,000. My aircraft.
Approaching 07 left.
Head over.
500.
Oh. Oh, she is heavy, baby.
400.
Nose up. Come on.
300. Speed.
First landing in it, folks. Sorry.
200. 100 above.
Continue.
100. Minimum.
Landing.
50.
Hopefully.
40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 10. Retard. 5. Retard. Retard.
Reverse. Not the best approach. I think I should have left it at 149. She was really sluggish. That extra 5 probably would have worked out nice. 80 knots, manual braking. We'll take this high-speed taxiway up ahead. Welcome to Hong Kong. Reverse stowed. APU start. Strobes to auto. Runway turn off lights on. Taxi lights on. Whoop, taxi lights. Come here. Landing lights off. And this is just a default airport, so no real point in going hog wild at it. First flight. What an aircraft to fly. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, it's just beautiful. Like, really. Absolutely beautiful to fly. And not a single hitch. Nothing went wrong. Entire flight. From pushback and engine start to, well, except for my landing. But I mean, that's on me, not on the aircraft. Phenomenal. Really enjoyed it. There it is in all its beauty, the A340-600. I don't know what's going on with the airport. This is a default airport too. I don't quite get it. But that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I hope you enjoyed this flight. If you did, do leave a like, a share, a comment, subscribe. Like I said, links to where you can get the aircraft. Obviously, it's on sale for 50% off. I highly suggest taking advantage of it. Did I even go the right? You know what? I went down too far. I don't know. Yeah, we did. Okay, I'll have to take the long way home. Speaking of long way home, next video, we'll be going up further on my long way to Bergen. Look forward to back-to-back Euro Truck Simulator videos coming up. And then maybe a train sim video. Classic, World, I'm not really sure yet. I'm still a fan of Train Sim Classic, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. But we will see. Anyways, folks, my name's David. It's been my pleasure to take you on this flight from Osaka, Japan, to go get breakfast Sunday morning in Hong Kong. Links to everything I use, description down below. Click show more. Well, not everything, but most everything, including where you can get the aircraft. For, you know, I'm going to say it again, 50% off. Toliss doesn't ever do 50% on anything. So if you've always wanted a Toliss aircraft and just said, I can't afford it, like it's a 10% discount. It's like, wow, doesn't even cover the sales tax. This is your chance. 45 US for a Toliss aircraft. After having flown this for the last 4+ hours and setting it up and all that, it is a steal. You'll also find out where you can get the ground, the better pushback that I use, Sim Heaven, the X-Plane NOAA weather plugin I use. All that stuff will be linked down below for you. Just click show more. You'll also find a link to my Discord. Always free to join. How you can help support the channel, as everything you see is bought with my own money and viewer donations. We don't do sponsored content. And of course you will find my computer specs as well. Until the next time, I want you to stay safe, be kind to one another, keep the blue side up, and I will see you in the skies, on the rails, and on the road. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a fantastic start to your new year. Thanks for watching. God bless.